This is David Wolf, District Coordinator for Gifted and Talented Services for Austin Public Schools, and this is Project E Cubed. Project E Cubed is an inter-district initiative to encourage students to become advocates for their community and the environment, and to impact their community in many different ways. This first year, our theme is water conservation, and we're going to be looking, or we have been looking at how our waterways are polluted, currently how our Cedar River watershed is being polluted, and going through many different activities that kind of help build that background, so that in the summertime we can really start hitting hard on that environmental, or I'm sorry, the engineering process of them designing a way that they can solve problems with water pollution. For each activity that the students do, we have them journal about what they've been doing, what they're learning, and especially to use the engineering process. So they're planning, they're asking questions, they're brainstorming in the book so that they can document all of their thinking. This is one activity where the students were given a paint sample color right from Walmart, and they had to go out to nature and find something that matches in nature the paint sample. And so this young lady found a couple different rocks digging in the dirt, and that matched that paint sample. And here she journaled a little bit about some of the texture, bumpy, rough, and holy, and how it looks. This activity was using the engineering process to move water from a reservoir or jug in our model and into a graduated cylinder. So basically creating a water transportation system. The students were given various materials. She journaled that she used smoothie straws, popsicle sticks, Dixie cups, scissors, and rubber bands, and then designing what they were trying to create, knowing that they needed the water to use gravity to flow downward, so they needed to make sure the reservoir was higher, and using the cups and the sticks and the various ways of trying to design the system to move the water down. Here the students were asked to use the engineering design process to create a tower out of index cards. So basically taking the challenge of using paper that normally would lay flat, but making it stand on edge. So they had to create that tower for animals to get away from alligators. And then they started sketching out their different ways. They looked at different ways that they could use paper and make it stand on edge rather than lay flat. So here, by rolling it, by cutting them, by folding them.
My name is Daisy, and I'm a part of Project E Cubed. I enjoy Project E Cubed because I can learn more about the environment. We learn about the world, about the water, recycling, how to make the world a better place. My favorite part about E Cubed was the power tower activity. You were supposed to build a tower for animals, because there was a swamp for alligators, so they could go on the tower and they wouldn't get eaten. So then you had to build a kind of a tower so it could work, so the animals can go on top and they wouldn't get eaten by alligators so much.
The initial way that students are involved in E Cubed is through their academic achievement. So what we've done is we've looked at students who are performing in that upper average range, in the 60th to 80th percentiles. And any students working in that area in their math or their reading were invited to come to a parent meeting and learn more about what Project E Cubed is. From there, it was all interest-based. So if you were interested after the presentation and they wanted to pursue being selected for it, they just filled out an application, and our selection committee of people representing all 5 of the districts reviewed the applications and decided on the 75 students that would participate. We've had 75 kids who initially signed up, and we've had all of them show up our sessions. We wanted our student population for EQ to mirror the demographics and the diversity of southeast Minnesota and specifically our region. So we have many students that are culturally, linguistically, and economically diverse. We have around 8 different languages spoken, home languages spoken in just the E-cubed group, and I believe it's about 6 or 7 different ethnic cultural groups. So it is a great experience for all the students then to be discussing their different ways of water conservation or what it even means to them, and using their backgrounds to build upon